Hey there, it's Levi. Today is January 2nd, 2011, and today marks my official landmark date of 5 months on testosterone. So it's pretty crazy to think about. It's all happened so quick in certain ways. I remember when I was just getting started, really seriously getting ready to start pursuing all of this. It feels like yesterday. I don't know if I talked about changes last time. They're pretty much, kind of slowing down. Things are getting more slow. Nothing dramatic is really happening. Just kind of the same old stuff with hair and muscle. I've had some acne lately. It's been kind of, I was prepared for terrible acne. Just because I was kind of working with my skin before I started testosterone. I was sure it was going to explode and it was just going to be awful for me, but I've actually had a pretty decent time with it. I think it was around like 4 3/4 months I had my doctor's appointment where we changed my injection schedule from 10 days to 7 days, and a little time has gone by since I've changed to that, and I think that that's been a really good move for me. Yeah, I don't experience any larger scale mood swings anymore. I feel like myself all the time. Definitely going on testosterone, I experienced what I've kind of referred to as unrecognizable moods. Like moods I couldn't really put my finger on. I found myself asking, like, am I bored right now? Am I sad? Am I anxious? Am I nervous? What's going on? Do I feel a little depressed? I can't really tell. And that went on a little bit. Just like very unrecognizable states. And like I said earlier, it's a lot like puberty that goes on in puberty. It's just a shift in hormones, and it's tricky like that. But a lot of that stuff, most of that stuff, if not all of that stuff, is kind of wrapping up for me, which is really nice. I feel a lot more stable emotionally. For a while I was keeping a little journal, just to mark down times or days when I was kind of feeling like I was having a rough time, experiencing like unrecognizable moods, as I called it earlier. And I was doing that for a little while, and I found that to be, I don't know, I just found that to be a really helpful thing to do. As soon as I started doing that and just paying attention to myself in a way that I could look back on, it seemed like I started feeling less moody just by doing that for me. But anyway, all in all, overall, less moody at 5 months, so that's good. And I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I spent a lot of time, I think I've spent a good amount of time in the first bunch of months of my transition, reaching out to people, trying to contact people, trying to explain things, coming up with, in my spare time, ways and little lists and little ideas on how to talk to different people about what transition's all about, how this came around for me, what it means to be transgender. Really, I've put a lot of effort into bridging the gap between me and everyone else that I may know and that I want to include in my life for the rest of my life. People I've seen fit to share this with. And I'm starting to kind of just relax off of that a bit, because I've pretty much told everybody by now, and like every so often I'll think of someone, I was like, oh, well that'd be cool if I let them know. I had to go through my resume, and a couple of the people that I will keep as references I had to sort of notify, so that was kind of fun, notifying some random people. But as soon as spring break, rather winter break started, I utilized this whole video making thing to make kind of a few video letters for some people that I thought maybe that would be a good way to reach out to, and I've yet to really see the results of that. But that could be why there's such a big gap in YouTube uploads, as I just kind of videoed out, for sure. I feel so grateful to be able to do this, and You know, it has its hard parts. It definitely has parts that are difficult, and but overall, I am just really, really grateful to be able to do this, to be able to feel like myself and really get into my life. And I'm excited about my life in a way that I wasn't able to be before. I was watching somebody's YouTube film months ago, before I started transition, and they talked about how when you don't know how to see yourself in the future, when you don't sit well with yourself, with your gender, you don't even know what to look forward to. You don't even know what to see out ahead. And it's hard to picture yourself in a future at all. And you know, they kind of talked about that for a little while. And that really rang some bells in my mind. I could really relate to that. And that's something that I can still relate to, and I can see that change for me. Being able to imagine my life. You know, I was saying it's pretty tricky to sing now. Singing is pretty hard because my range is completely different. But I've really tried to dedicate myself to it. I try to practice a little every day, and it can be pretty discouraging and frightening at times. But I'm really trying to stick with it and make something of it, and see what I can do. See if I can retrain my voice. Yeah. So I guess that's it for now, everyone. Happy New Year, and peace.
Now there was 3 sexes, then one that looked like 2 men glued up back to back. They called the children of the sun, and similar in shape and girth was the children of the earth. They look out, 2 girls rolled up in one, and the children of the moon was like a fork shoved on a spoon. They was part sun, part earth, part daughter, part son. Grew quite scared of our strength and defiance, and Thor said, I'm gonna kill them all with my hammer, like I killed the giants. But Zeus said, no, you better let me use my lightning like scissors, like I cut the legs off the whales, dinosaurs and the lizards. And then he grabbed up some